Low self-esteem is believing that you are unworthy, that you are incompetent, and you are inadequate. Here's the story of Jane. Jane had a negative view of herself. When Jane's divorce became final, she began working in the market department of a large corporation that manufactures athletic equipment. Though reeling from her failed marriage, she had been forced to seek immediate employment and had been fortunate to find a good job. When the time came for her first yearly review, Jane worried about how her evaluation would go. She was filled with self-doubt and self-recrimination due both to her divorce and her parents' critical child-rearing practices. As the review began, she listened quietly as her manager pointed out what she considered to be Jane's strengths and listed several specific projects in which she felt Jane had performed far above expectations, right? Assigning Jane the labels of valued employee and quick study, the manager praised Jane for her initiative, creativity, and responsible work ethic, and noted that a raise would be forthcoming. Jane was cautiously pleased. She couldn't keep from smiling, albeit reservedly. Next, the supervisor told Jane that she did have a few minor suggestions for improvement. Jane's eyes narrowed, her smile slackened as our department head briefly mentioned the specific recommendations. Jane's chest began to feel, her heart pounding, with tears welling up behind her eyelids. She heard the all too familiar word failure, spoken by the voice in her head, in her own head, not by her manager, not by her supervisor. She felt devastated. But why? Seeing that Jane was becoming upset by a few words of constructive criticism, Jane's supervisor reiterated that the company was extremely pleased with her overall performance. Jane nodded, feeling embarrassed that her supervisor was trying to comfort her. Why would she not comfort you? Not believing the positive feedback, she just wanted the review to end. She wanted to flee. Pasting a smile on her face, she whispered a thank you and scurried out of the office. By the time she reached her desk, Jane could not remember the words of praise and approval, but only the criticism. Jane could not remember the word of praise and approval. She could only remember the criticism. Why? Condemning self-statements flooded her mind, this time at the volume of a bullhorn. Boom! She felt exhausted and stared at the clock, desperately willing it move faster so it would be time to go home. Jane, who has low self-esteem, was suffering from a self-esteem attack. So from the story I just read about Jane, she suffered low self-esteem attack. You could hear that our supervisor praised her and gave her value and just gave her all that she has been doing well, right? Her supervisor told her everything she has been doing well and that the company is pleased. But then when the supervisor wanted to give a constructive criticism, Jane could not take it because she was focused on her self-esteem. As we move on, we will learn about how people tend to play or choose the type of video they want to play in their head. They choose the type of video they want to play in their head based on the situation that is currently happening to them. They will see all the good things, but then decide to pick that particular video of their past and how they were treated. They choose to believe that they are not worth it. I'm gonna see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and share to as many that needs this video. Share to your family, share to your friends, because we are in for a ride. Trust me, you're gonna learn a lot. Even me, I'm seeing a lot of things that I also do here. So everybody's gonna learn, and this is a win-win for everybody. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Bye-bye.